Well, folks, this is Mike for Cell Construction here, standing on the strongest, modest deck you'll ever see. Well, folks, I just want to say the whole reason this deck project started was because the old deck ledger was not flashed properly and it rotted out the rim joist of Dad's house. So we ripped the old deck off and I flashed the new ledger and the new deck like crazy. So there's no water gonna get in. And the biggest thing is this Alaskan threshold, a grate here in the deck. All the snow and water is just gonna fall right through and it won't sit against the door, and it'll alleviate most of the water coming into the building or to the ledger on the exterior. Wow, folks, listen to those stairs. It's like walking on concrete. These are the most solid stairs you'll ever walk on. It's unbelievable. We got 2x12 stringers, 2x12 treads that are all glued down, pre-drilled and screwed in with 3-inch screws. So everything's glued and screwed. It's solid as a rock. It's actually unbelievable. I went completely overboard for my father, but he deserves it because he's amazing. But this is Dad's new deck, man, and it's pretty substantial, and I'm proud of it. Oh, hey, I'm just looking at the 6-inch slab my cousin Zach and I poured. It's the first step up into Dad's stairway to heaven here, and I poured this. It was cold as hell out, and I was out here finishing it at like 7 o'clock at night. I dabbled with concrete, but I think this turned out pretty good. Got a broom finish. I edged the outside edge here, and it looks pretty cool. But thank God I had my cousin Zach, the concrete worker, helping me. Well, folks, up here on the Post and Kill Mountains here, Taborton, we don't believe in sonotubes. We just dig huge ass holes in the ground and fill it with 5 bags, 80-pound concrete. But these are our sonotubes that are anchoring the farthest edge of the deck. My cousin Zach and I dug these bastards out. But there's more concrete in these holes than you can imagine. We're below frost. I put these brackets elevate the 4x4 off the ground so it won't rot. We got this one and this one, but this is substantial. Also, we ran 4x4 angle bracing here, 45s, stiffen everything up. This thing it's rock solid. It's unbelievable. But Dad only gets the best. Well, folks, this is Grandpa's post. This is the only footing I used of Grandpa's from the old deck, so I named it Grandpa's post. But it's pretty sentimental that I was able to use the same footing, replace the 4x4, and it's carrying a load like it carried his old deck. For another 100 years, this thing's gonna stand. And this is Grandpa's post. Well, folks, this is Dad's completely overbuilt over the top deck, and I hope he enjoys it. This is Mike for Cell Construction. Cheers. Well, folks, this is Mike for Cell Construction here, and we're finally getting underway on Dad's new deck. I fixed all the rot against the rim joist of the house because the old deck had to come off because it was improperly installed and not flashed. But so today I hung the first rim joist of the deck, 16-foot 2x10 by myself. And if you can see my fucking dead man, my third set of hands there, she held them up, and then got her anchored to the house there. I put a block underneath it so to hold it up, and lifted this big old boy up by myself, tacked it off. But she's completely 90 to the house. I used my Crossline 360 degree laser, so it's completely square out the house, and I 3-4-5'd it. But I flashed everything properly. We got a deck board flashing as goes up, and I zip taped it. There's caulk behind the ledger board. I went fucking crazy with this. It's not gonna rot at all. Look at that fucking dead man. If I ever had a man, he would be dead, and that's him right there. But look at that bad boy. Then I put this 90 across to hold it square. But this thing ain't gonna rot. There's more caulk and zip tape than fucking anybody can imagine. Put a new exterior door in. That all got spray foamed, caulked. I'm using Lexel that the professionals use. But there's a ledger. I just gotta wait for the propane guide so I can continue it out. That's another 16-foot ledger against the house, all zip taped, flash properly. But out here, I'm gonna cut this off somewhere, and it's gonna be the top landing for the stairs to go down. But I ain't fucking around. This ain't gonna rot for another 50 years. This is Mike for Cell Construction. Cheers. Well, folks, this is Mike for Cell Construction here, and I'm framing in Dad's new deck. As you know, we had to tear down the old one because the rim joist of the house was rotted out because the deck wasn't flashed right. So I did all the flashing, caulk, zip tape. I got flashing up over top the deck rim joist, but building it by myself. So I got some rotted out old deck boards for a dead man for a third set of fucking hands. And out over there, there's almost like a 14-foot run for the top landing of the new stairs. That's through, got a bunch of dead men floating around. But she's turning out pretty nice. Shot with my laser. That's a full 16-footer. It's suspended by some rotted old boards, but she'll be fine. But I'll give you some pictures and updates as we go. But it's gonna be a badass fucking deck, all 2x10 too. So, cheers. Well, folks, this is Mike for Salt Construction here, and I believe it's October 9th. And I've been working on this dad's new deck every day after work for at least a couple weeks now, I think. I did all the major framing all by myself, 2x10 construction with 2x12 stringers. But I made it up to the top deck, and I'm starting to deck it. But I'm putting the mid-span joist blocks in so they're all strong and they stay together. I mean, you can park Dad's fucking Corvette up here. It's rock solid. When you walk, it's like walking on concrete. I ain't fucking around with this. And along the house, it's all flash, zip tape. I got joist flash, everything, so it can't rot out the rim joist of the house ever again. There'll be more videos to come. I've been just non-stop on this. But this deck is badass and it's coming along amazingly. But yeah, my sister wanted it done for my dad's birthday coming up soon, so we're gonna have a little get together up here, so I'm trying to make that happen. This is Mike for Salt Construction. Cheers. Well, folks, it's October 22nd, about 7 o'clock at night. I poured this little slab, the end step to Dad's deck, 2 foot by roughly 4 foot. My cousin Zach came out and helped me, but it's cold out, and here I am finishing it. But trying to do my best for my father, and I think this is going to be the perfect entrance to go up the stairway to heaven. I think Dad will appreciate that. But I'm going to edge it up, trowel it, do a broom finish. And all I got to say is, this is Mike for Salt Construction. Cheers. Well, folks, this is Mike for Salt Construction here, and I'm cutting out an Alaskan threshold, as they say. So as you walk out the door, the snow can just go right through and won't be sitting on the deck board, and it'll save from rot on the actual door threshold. And the rain, the snow can't sit. And this is the Alaskan threshold. All I gotta do is cut her down here. As you step out the door, snow's just gonna drop, baby. You know what I mean? Cheers. Well, folks, this is the Alaskan threshold. No way snow or rain or water is gonna sit against the house threshold or against the door. It'll alleviate most of the rot, but I cut out this grate with my grinder. Got to notch out the decking a little bit, but all we're worried about here is no snow sitting against the door. I think we accomplished that. Cheers.